This is Adam and I play drums.
This is Ariel, I sing.
I'm Josh, I play bass.
I'm Sean, I play guitar.
You've got 2 music videos out now. Your next one just came out recently because you were looking for 20,000 likes, and you put it out just before you got 20,000, but you ended up getting over 20,000 anyway.
Yeah, really, it was awesome.
Which was really cool.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, when I was watching the video for Get Well, when the walls start closing in, you already know what I'm going to say, don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, you're smiling like you do.
Yeah.
But when the walls are coming in, it just reminds me of Star Wars and the trash compactor. You know what I'm saying? When it's coming together.
It does.
Yes.
What you don't know is I was on the other side of the wall.
Really? Were you pushing it?
Yeah, I was helping rolling it, in and out with Ariel in the middle, getting smashed.
That's awesome. Well, that's got to be kind of a little fun,
Yeah, we were actually we were actually hands-on. We helped build the set.
And the paper that's all we had to gather up that paper
after every
take.
Oh,
and then my stylist is helping throw it back out at us. It was pretty awesome.
Nice. So how arduous, how long did it take, the music video process? Is that a lot to take in? You have to storyboard everything? And
we were in Houston for 4 days, and we did both music videos, 2 days for Make a Move, 2 days for Get Well, and it was drooling. It was 18-hour days. It was one of the hottest weeks in Houston, and we were running around in hoodies at night, just dripping, sweat was everywhere.
And all that storyboard stuff you talked about, we'd had a lot of extensive emailing with the producer, the director, before we got down there because we're all super creative control freaks.
Sure.
We're this is what we're thinking. We have to make this work.
Especially the one talking.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
We didn't have air in our van either, so the trip down there, we didn't have any air in the van, and then we get to the hotel, but then even the trip from the hotel to the set was grueling, and then you get done shooting all day, and then you drive home sweating. And then the last day we shot all day, got in our van, and then drove 18 hours to a festival. So it was kind of like a
Poor us.
No, it was great. We love that stuff. That's not us complaining. That's just us saying that it was incredibly hectic, but. It was worth it. I think the product we got out of it and the art that we got out of it's great.
Yeah, the life of a touring band is not all glamorous and everything. Everybody thinks, bad things happen, bands break down, your shows get canceled, and the problems with the promoters, and all that kind of stuff happens. So it's tough. It's tough to make a living out there doing it, and that's awesome that you guys are doing it.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to feel sorry for us. This is exactly what we love to do. We were born to do this, and if I was just sitting in my friend's basement, which is where I live, because none of us have homes, we're all homeless musicians kind of thing. I'd be miserable, thinking oh my gosh, we should be out doing what we love, living our dream, helping people, inspiring people, and sharing our art. And it's so much better to be out here, even with the challenges, than to kind of be stuck at home hoping you were out there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, we talked a little bit about the creativity of the group, and Ariel, I want to talk to you about something. You always have these crazy outfits that you make yourself, and you just posted a YouTube video about making stuff yourself. I actually watched the video where you're showing people how to make, I think was it a skirt or something?
Vince wants to make one.
I don't know why. I'm very interested. I want to, make my own skirt. But anyway.
Utility.
So you're very creative. So tell us a little bit about how you're making your clothes and everything.
Yeah, I've been sewing, for about 10 years, and it was very important to me when I consciously, at 12 years old, made the decision to dress counterculture. It was very important to me that I was making my own things and trying to be creative and honing in the actual authentic part of being different, not just stopping by my local mall and going to the punk store and wearing what everyone else was. So for me, that's a very important part of expression and creating and everything like that. So I make everything that I wear, on stage and in the videos, and I love that it's to me, it's the same fun as making a song and the art and everything in that. And so I was getting so many requests from our fans. They were asking, where'd you get this stuff? I'm like, oh, I made it. And they're like, well, I want one. So it kind of launched the idea of making this available to a lot of our listeners. And so over the summer, I started making tutus at the merch table. I started at the festivals.
Oh, nice.
I have the sewing machine set up there, and I just took custom orders all summer, and it was awesome. It was really cool, and these girls were just rocking the tutus, at the shows and stuff. And so then I just launched the online version of that about a week ago on Etsy. So that's called Custom Catastrophes. You can find it through our Facebook, and I'm really excited about that because it allows more people who aren't at the shows to also have access to it.
Sure. So you can order this stuff online. How much stuff how many items do you have online right now?
I think I've got about 9 right now. So like I said, I just started a week ago.
Sure.
And the plan is to expand. It was kind of humbling of me to not launch this great giant thing. I was like, okay, I got to start small and grow. But I think that's a wise way to do it. That's how we did the band, and I think it turned out fine that way. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very creative group, you guys. And your hair is always bright pink. It's been purple and all kinds of colors. Do you is there a special color? Are you going to switch it up anytime, or are you going to keep it pink, or?
Well, yeah, I used to do it all the time, but then I think I was confusing people when I would switch it. They didn't know we were the same band. So about 2 years ago, I was like, okay, I'll stick with pink for a while, just kind of help show people like that we're the same band. You know, we've got pink in our merch and everything. But it's purple right now because I got sick of the pink. Adam's taking a picture while I'm trying to talk. And what's my point? Okay, my point is that my hair dye company that I use, they're called Splat. They just jumped on board with us recently, and now I'm endorsed by them. I'm getting product from them, and I'm helping promote them. They're helping promote us. So that's been something I've been looking forward to for like 5 years, and now they're jumping on board. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I noticed also that you have like a lot of Linkin Park. You cut up Linkin Park stuff.
Oh my gosh!
So yes. I wanna ask each of you, like, what the band's influence. Where does it come from? What bands do you just kind of pick from that gives you inspiration?
One band? No.
Several, yeah.
Kind of like it just hits all over the place because I'm Sean, by the way. I'm listening to a lot of top 40, Black Eyed Peas.
Really?
Gaga,
30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars.
Okay.
And then I'll let Adam and Ariel speak for themselves. But that's where my side of the influence comes from, you know. So
it really is a giant melting pot. I mean, I grew up on Pantera and Megadeth and old Metallica. Ariel, you know, like she said, was a huge Linkin Park fan. Sean listened to top 40. But he's also a rock guy, an old school rock guy, so it really is a melting pot.
Skinner. It's like,
you know,
nice.
I think we've grabbed from different artists at different points in our career, just like everyone grabs from different things at different points in their life. That's why I've never understood a fan expecting a band to stay the same. Nothing else in life stays stagnant. Some things are either growing or dying all the time, and our musical influences are the same thing. So, and that's why our music's going to change, and that's why we change as people, etc., etc.
Sure.
That's good, Adam.
Thank you.
Quality answer.
That's a good answer.
I know. So have you guys started doing stuff for the? I know this album isn't that old.
Yeah.
But have you started thinking about what's going to happen next?
Yeah, there's a lot of. We have a vision and where it wants to go.
Yeah.
But that vision's already changed from last month.
Good. Yes. Constantly changing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like, okay. So what I think we're just going to continue doing is always writing and always being prepared to write, nonstop. And then when it comes to the album, writing the album, we'll just collect everything we have and go from there.
You know, we want the next album to be heavier. We want it to be a lot more aggressive, and we also want it to have a lot more bubblegum pop production on it. I would love to throw some hip-hop in it personally, if the boys will let me. So.
She's actually a pretty good rapper.
Yeah, she actually can rap really well.
Really?
Aww, thanks, boys.
I want to hear that.
Yep, nope, not
Come
today.
on, come on.
Recording the rap stuff probably in a few days.
We're working on a rap song this week, actually. Yep.
Wow.
So
that's
we're
awesome.
not going to release it. It's just like a demo.
Hopefully, we've already talked to the label about releasing one hip hop song for us, like after February or March.
So everyone get on Tooth and Nail's site and be like, "Hey, Icon for Her needs to release that song."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've been touring a lot. Do you guys have a favorite band that you've toured with? Or what was the most fun tour that you went on? Or do you have a band that you liked playing with more, that you know better? Or
well, the Red tour, we just got off tour with Red and Brian Head Welch, formerly of Korn.
Yeah.
And a band called
Echoes Fall.
Echoes the Fall, and that was probably the most fun we've ever had on a tour for a multitude of reasons. The main one being just the amount of people we got to interact with every day was just crazy. We got to see cities that we've never seen.
It was all dark, dirty clubs. That's our favorite place to
we
go.
love playing bars and clubs. Just because that's where we feel called in the world. So that's, I think, hands down the favorite tour we've been on.
But we also had a show with Hailstorm last year, and they were just the coolest people ever. Like, I felt so inspired by their show because Lizzie's like a beast. If you've ever seen her, you think she's gonna just screw up vocally, and she just keeps going to the next level and the next level. And it's like, whoa, where did she get this? So, and these people, they were all really cool, and I think they've got a really unique way of doing things, and we enjoyed hanging out with them. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Very cool.